What's up, guys? Final day of training for the week, and it is jam-packed with stuff we got to talk about. So here we go. For your warm-up, you're going to do 2 minutes of jumping jacks. So just good old normal jumping jacks in place. The good stuff. You're just going to go for 2 minutes to get the heart rate up a little bit and get the calves going. Then you're going to do 10 elbow to instep on each side. So nice long lunge, drop that elbow down, hold for a couple seconds stretch, and then switch over to the other side, same thing. You're going to do 10 of those on both sides. Then you've got 3 rounds of, no, it's too soon. So you've got 3 rounds of 10 fire hydrants on each side. So for that, you're going to be in a tabletop position. And then the goal is to keep my lower back nice and flat. And I'm just going to bring my knee up out to the side as high as I can without this lower back position changing. So you can literally put your hand here if you'd like, just to show just how small of a range of motion it's going to be. So you're going to do 10 of those on each side, and then you're going to do 5 bird dogs on each side. So again, nice straight line, touch the knee to the elbow, and then create a straight line again. You're going to do 3 times through that, so 3 rounds. After that, you've got 3 sets of a little squat complex and then a little push-up complex. So for the squat complex, what you're going to do, you're going to do 5 reps of a narrow air squat, so feet touching. Going to sit down as low as you can, keeping the heels on the ground. After that, you're going to do 5 normal squats. So just find your normal squat stance. And then you're going to do 5 reps in a wide stance. So legs out nice and wide, getting a good stretch in those hips. After that, you're going to do the same exact thing with push-ups. So it's going to be 5 diamond push-ups, followed by 5 normal push-ups, hands just outside your shoulders, and then 5 wide grip push-ups to finish it. So you can do those from your knees or from your toes. Again, diamond push-ups, create a little diamond between your thumbs and your pointer fingers. You're going to bring your chest all the way to the ground, press up. So this is a very tricep intensive push-up. After that, you've got a normal push-up, chest all the way to the ground. And then for the last one, you're going to go crazy wide, touch the chest, press back up. So once you are done that, you've got the workout for the day. The workout, there are a lot of options. So here's what we got. It is a 10-to-1 ladder of power snatches and thrusters. So you're going to do 10 power snatches, 10 thrusters, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, all the way down. You've got a lot of options. So if you have a barbell, then I would say RX would be like maybe 95, 65. If you are very fit, so if you are pretty strong, you are pretty fit, you're pretty cardiovascularly fit, then you can really make it a real sad Saturday at 115.75. So those are some options as far as what might be programmed, so feel free to scale appropriately. What we're looking to do here though is on both the power snatches and the thrusters, you're going to be going 1 to 2 sets every time. So again, to get through 10 reps, you're going to do 1 to 2 sets. And then to get through 10 thrusters, you're going to do 1 to 2 sets. So that's if you're using a barbell. You can also use 2 dumbbells or 2 kettlebells. So again, if you happen to have 2 objects of the same weight, you can do the exact same workout, same scheme, same thought process, same approach, all of that stuff. And again, for the snatches, if you have 2 dumbbells or 2 kettlebells, you're going to touch the ground with 1 head of each dumbbell, or you're going to touch the ground with the kettlebells here, and then you're going to go snatch all the way overhead. And then you've got your thrusters, same thing. You're going to go to the shoulders, and you're going to go thrusters. So that's if you have two dumbbells or 2 kettlebells. Now, if you are going to do this with 1 kettlebell or 1 dumbbell, it is any one of these is a great workout. But if you have 1 kettlebell or 1 dumbbell, you're in for a doozy on Saturday. Because what you're going to do is if you have 1 of these, you're going to do 10 power snatches with the dumbbell on your right arm, and then 10 power snatches with the dumbbell on your left arm. Then you will do 10 thrusters with the dumbbell on your right arm, 10 thrusters with the dumbbell on your left arm. And then you'll go back for the 9s. 9 on the right for the snatch, 9 on the left for the snatch. Thruster on the right for 9, thruster on the left for 9. And you'll continue through that from 10, 9, 8, 7, all the way down to 1. So those are your 3 options depending on which way you want to go. Again, none of them are right or wrong. They're all going to be great workouts, no matter the way you look at this. Now, I want to talk through movements. So again, just kind of talk through what they look like with various objects. So if you have a barbell, most important thing, we're going to talk barbell for the thruster and then for the power snatch first. If I'm doing barbell thrusters, you need to make sure that the pinkies are all the way around the bar. And then I want to make sure that my elbows are far enough in front of the bar that number one, I've got support on my shoulders. And number two, when I'm in the bottom, they clear my knees. So I don't have any issues with this. My elbows aren't going to actually make any kind of contact. So you're going to hold this position into a full squat here. And then once I get to this point of the squat, when I've got just a little bit of hip flexion left, I'm going to focus on driving hard off the shoulders and locking out overhead, which again, I can't do down here. Take a quick breath, right back down for your next rep. You're going to go through your thrusters. So that is thrusters with the barbell. Now let's talk thrusters with the kettlebell or with the dumbbell. So I'm going to grab one of each just so you guys can see what it looks like. So you would have one of the same, or you would have two of the same object. But this applies to doing both single arm or double arm. This is my front rack position. So I want to look like this before I start my front squat. When I sit down, elbows stay in the same place they are, all the way down below parallel, and then same exact thought process. Keep the elbows where they are, drive hard, pop, up overhead, and then back down in my next rep. Most important thing is if you're doing dumbbells or kettlebells, they stay front loaded the whole time. So I don't load the elbows out to the side. I don't rest the objects on my shoulders, any on the outside of the shoulder, anything like that. You're going to stay in that true proper front rack. And again, if you're doing one object thrusters, that's going to be your go-to. It's going to look exactly like I just did, but just one rather than two. That was hard. Okay, deep breath. Now, for the power snatches. So again, a little bit of a barbell warm-up that you guys can use. So if you're going to be doing this with the bar, what I would recommend. So for a warm-up complex, first thing, again, snatch grip. Just a reminder, bar should not move when you pick the knees up. So when I pick my knees up here, barbell should stay nice and straight. What I would recommend is start with some power snatch balance. So bring the barbell onto your back. You're going to start from feet right under the body, and then you're going to do 10 reps. You are going to drop and punch down into a quarter squat, and then stand all the way up. Hey, look at me. Bring it back down to the shoulders. So again, no dip drive. It's just ready, go. And you're just going to drop under that bar and punch as quickly as you can. You're going to do that for 10 reps. Once you're done, you're going to bring the bar to the hip. And for 10 reps, you're going to do a power position high pull. So from right here, I'm going to shoot my knees forward, keep my chest up, and then I'm going to pull the bar high by squeezing my butt and bringing my elbows up nice and high. Down, up. You're going to go for 10 reps there. Lastly, you are going to go from the mid-shin into a high pull. So I'm going to do 10 reps here, pull the bar close, make contact with my hip, elbows up high, back down, same thing. And then once I'm done with my 10 reps, I'm going to go through 10 full power snatches with just the barbell. So if you're going to do the power snatches, the most important thing to remember is that, again, it's a turnover to a lockout. So once I finish this high pull, I'm going to drop to a quarter squat and punch overhead. There is absolutely no pressing during a power snatch. It is all hip extension followed by a punch lockout. So that's a little barbell warm up, just a couple things to kind of keep in mind. So again, the full movement, just so you guys can see it. Make sure I'm not going to break a light. Again, from the mid shin.
I already did that.
Drop, stand all the way up, down to the hip, cycle to the mid shin. You're going to go for your 10 reps there. So that is if you're doing barbells. If you're doing dumbbells or kettlebells, we're going to talk one first because it's relatively straightforward. So again, if I've got one kettlebell or if I've got one dumbbell, it's going to start between my legs. And then from there, it's the same exact line of action as a barbell. So when I get set, back is nice and flat, my hamstrings are loaded, I've got nice tension off the floor, I'm going to stand past my knee. And once I get here, I'm going to explode and get that same, I can't stand up a dumbbell. I'm going to get that same explosive turnover that I had with the barbell, with the dumbbell, with the kettlebell. Now, if you have two, so if you want to do this workout with two dumbbells or two kettlebells, one, good luck. It's going to be a really hard workout. So if you have, Echo, go sit down.
Sit.
So if you have two dumbbells or if you have two kettlebells, for the kettlebells, you're going to go between the legs purely for basically sanity reasons. I am going to do some kettlebell cleans just so you guys can see kind of what the general flow is going to look like. But again, you guys would go all the way up overhead. So if I had two objects, I would take a little bit wider stance. I would set my back just like I did before. And then I would go from right in between my feet. And I, again, same line of action. Stand slow past my knee. Then get explosive with my hips. And I would go all the way up overhead rather than to my shoulders. So I would go to here, which again, I can't and won't do. And then you're going to come back down for the next rep. Hips, up, back down. So that's going to be if you have two kettlebells. If you have two dumbbells, it's going to be the exact same thing, except you only need to worry about touching one head. So if I'm doing dumbbell exercises with two, I'm only going to touch one head in the bottom. So again, pretend I had two dumbbells. I would come down, touch one head, and then all the way up, driving with my hips. I can also do outside. So I can go outside of my feet, perfectly fine option as well. So those are all of your options for today's workout. There are a lot of them. So now, once that workout is over, we got a pump party. So we're gonna get all sorts of swole and fun and happy to finish up our week. So for the pump party, what do you got? 5 rounds. You're gonna do 10 pullovers, followed by 10 skull crushers, followed by 10 bench or floor press. So for the pullovers and for the skull crushers, I would lay off the edge of a sofa, off the edge of a bed, so that you have a little bit of clearance, so to create your makeshift bench. For the pullover, what we're looking to do is, I'm gonna start with the dumbbell right over my face. I can do this with a kettlebell as well. I'm gonna bend the arms just a little bit, bring my hands to just about the level of my head, and then I'm gonna squeeze my lats and my chest to help bring that dumbbell back up to that same position. So down, back up. And I'm gonna do 10 reps here. Once I'm done, I'm gonna do 10 skull crushers. So for the skull crusher, I'm gonna hold the dumbbell like this or the kettlebell like this. Elbows are locked in place now. I'm gonna bring that object down towards my skull and then extend the elbow back up. And I'm gonna go for 10 reps here. And again, you can do those with a barbell, a dumbbell, kettlebell, anything is gonna be an option. After that, you've got 10 bench, it's fine. You've got 10 bench or floor press. So for the bench, if you happen to have a bench, awesome, great for you. Otherwise, you're gonna do presses on the floor. So for those, you're gonna have an object in one or both hands. So again, it's up to you guys, depending on what equipment you have. You can also do this with a barbell. But what I'm looking to do is basically mimic a push-up. So I'm gonna be laying down, knees can be bent or legs can be straight. That's, either one is fine. So, hi, it's almost your turn. Elbows are at 45 degrees though, so I'm right here. And this is my bottom position. From here, I'm gonna press explosively up to a lockout position, back down, nice and controlled, touch gently down to the ground, drive back up. And I'm gonna go for 10 reps. If I have 2 objects, I'll just do 10. If I only have 1, I'm gonna do 10 on each arm. And you're gonna do 5 rounds of that. So it's 5 rounds of the pump party. Once you're done there, we've got the core pump. So the last thing for the day. We're calling it a hollow complex. So there's a whole bunch of different things going on here. Point is that all of these are done from a hollow position. So you're gonna be in a hollow body position and you're gonna try your best to go through this whole complex unbroken. It's gonna be really hard. So what it's gonna be is you're gonna do an upper crunch, a lower crunch, followed by a full crunch, which we're gonna call a dead bug. After that, you've got a 10 hollow rocks, and then you've got a 10-second hollow hold. So what we've got from the hollow position, I'm going to crunch upper, so just my upper body, allowing it to relax down to the ground each time. Then from there, I'm gonna hold this, and I'm gonna do lower crunches. So for 10 reps, just going through my leg lifts. Then I'm going to do 10 hollow crunches here.
Is it your hip?
Yeah, it's my hip.
Jesus.
Once you're done with 10 full crunches, you're gonna do 10 hollow rocks. So here, I'm gonna hold a hollow position, and I'm gonna focus on rocking, so trying to use momentum while maintaining this position. And then lastly, I'm gonna hold for a 10-second count. If you can do that all unbroken, I would be seriously impressed because I'm tired right now and I only did half of it. So good on you. So guys, that is the last piece of your workout for the day. Again, feel free to scale anything for that complex as you need to. But that's your Saturday of training. So if you have any questions, feel free to, again, comment, always reach out. Otherwise, tag us, Forged by Zeus, Palace.Ithaca, CrossFit Queens. After this, we won't see you guys until Sunday for Monday's programming. So take a rest day on Sunday, do one of our yoga classes, the Zoom yoga classes that we posted throughout the week, or just rest. It's up to you guys. Enjoy.